My name is Isha Clark. I'm 18. I am from Oakland, California, and I am a co-founder of Youth versus Apocalypse, which is a climate justice organization based in the Bay Area.
I'm Jaden Wynn. I live in Portland, Oregon. I'm a senior this year at Ida B. Wells High School. Youth Igniting Change is a youth alliance of dedicated youth activists that are addressing the issues that we've selected are those of our generation. And that comes down to climate justice and environmental justice policy reform, youth homelessness advocacy, and advancing the conversation of diversity, equity, inclusivity, and representation.
Marjorie for Ecoethics' mission is for advocating ecoethics and enabling green choices in lieu of non-green convenience and greedy economics to protect ecosystems, public health, and climate. It started when I was 5 years old, so I watched a CNN documentary called Midway, a Plastic Island, that's the title, and it was like about an island called Midway, and there were many plastics floating in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and in the oceans, and there were many seabirds and albatrosses and aquatic animals all eating the plastics, and they are all dead. I saw that the bones and all the inside body parts have decomposed, but the plastic pieces that were inside their body did not decompose at all.
Advocating and doing work around the climate crisis is something that happens on so many multiple levels. The more issues that I've tried to be involved with, it's like between youth homelessness and kindness and compassion and the Black Lives Matter movement, all of these you start to really see the interconnected web of it and the intersectionality. It starts to become deeply apparent.
Environmental racism is simply when communities of color are disproportionately targeted by polluting corporations. So, that can look like refineries or oil pipelines or coal terminals or, anything that is like the handling, transportation, or burning of fossil fuels. And like in California, 92% of fossil fuel sites in the state are in communities of color, and that is reflected all over the country and all over the world, really, where communities of color, since the inception of the United States and since the colonization of the world, have been labeled as disposable.
It comes down to the fact that it's you as one person can have a huge and significant and profound effect. You as one person, and then your friend, and then their friend's friend, and then their friend's friend's friends. And it is a movement that starts with, I'm going to sit down, take 5 minutes and write a short email that says, I support the Senate Joint Memorial 5. It's I got up one morning and it took me 15 minutes and I sent an email to my senator and my representative and, the Senate Majority Leader. And it didn't take me that long. The reality of it is when a senator wakes up one morning and looks in their inbox and they see 150 new emails from young people that all say address climate action now, that is hugely impactful. That's the kind of thing that makes a senator want to push even harder to try and change his colleagues' minds or try and make deals to make sure that the bills pass that we want to see passed.
Before, in the Jeffco Public Schools, it was my school district. They were using styrofoam trays in those cafeterias. And then I wrote a handwritten letter to the superintendent of Jeffco Public Schools, Dr. Jason Glass. Then he said he'll start a committee, and so every month we had a meeting with them. So we were talking about how we're going to do that and all the information to get everything ready, like the cost and all that. Then on September 2019, the switch happened. So they made the switch from styrofoam trays to compostable trays in my whole school district. So that affected 86,000 students in 155 schools, and also 7.6 million styrofoam trays were diverted from the landfill annually.
This movement, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, is going to take everyone.